I think it has been a massive eye-opener for everyone, most importantly the fans, because the fans are what matter.
Football has changed beyond recognition in my lifetime, both on and off the pitch. And when it comes to football being big business in the 21st century, just how much the money involved in the game has skyrocketed is embodied by my good friend Michael Knighton. Knighton is the charismatic businessman who famously agreed the £10 million purchase of Manchester United Football Club back in 1989. And this week, I'm taking Michael back to Old Trafford for an evening with Norman Whiteside. Knighton is my +1 for what will be the 36th annual dinner of the Association of Former Manchester United Players. It'll be fascinating to see how the former Coventry City apprentice, who famously juggled the ball in front of the Stretford end, is welcomed back to the Theatre of Dreams. If things had worked out differently, it would be Michael Knighton and not the Glazer family who'd now be the proud owner of our beloved football club. And the truth is that Michael is very much one of us, a football fan who loves Manchester United. It was August 1989 before the season's big kick-off against defending champions Arsenal, when Knighton took centre stage and fulfilled every United fan's dream by scoring in front of the fans. It was a day of celebration all round as United stormed to a convincing 4-1 win in those early days of the Ferguson era. United were still 3 seasons away from winning our first ever Premier League title. But it's not widely known that Knighton was the man who launched United's transformation into a commercial juggernaut and laid the foundations for success under Sir Alex Ferguson. A very public campaign to discredit Knighton, led by Robert Maxwell's Mirror Group newspapers, was the main reason the former headmaster eventually backed out of the signed agreement to take ownership of the club, and he stepped down as chairman-elect. But Michael Knighton remained on the board at Old Trafford for the next 3 years, masterminding United's transformation as MUFC adopted the financial blueprint laid out by Michael Knighton. It was a pivotal chapter in our proud history, and the story of how United emerged from a club unable to fund the redevelopment of the Stretford end into the biggest sporting brand in the world. Well, it all started in 1989. 4 decades later, the Glazer family value our club at more than £4 billion. Incredible now to think that Michael Knighton had the keys to the kingdom in his hands for a mere fraction of that valuation. MK's £20 million deal that included rebuilding the Stretford end now seems like small change. We've just spent a lot more than that on bringing back Cristiano Ronaldo. Michael Knighton's return will be a much quieter affair, no doubt about that. But I'm sure his return to Old Trafford on Thursday evening will make him a big topic of conversation as we celebrate the fabulous career of Norman Whiteside, who left Old Trafford just a few weeks before Michael Knighton came on the scene. As someone who's got to know Michael quite well over the past year, I can tell you that he's fabulous company with an engaging personality who still loves our football club, and he always will. Michael Knighton's story and the part he played in our history is one I dearly want to document in a future feature-length documentary. I guarantee that will be a film not to be missed.
Yeah, I'll put on record, the reason I resigned as a Manchester United director in 1992, I resigned because of the noises that were coming out of the then Big Five. I didn't like what Philip Carter and Martin Edwards and Irving Scholar, followed by Alan Sugar, David Dean and others were saying. I believed in the concept of having the greatest league in the world and, of course, increasing revenue. Of course, that was essential. But it's what you do with that revenue and how you distribute it down the pyramid. I left, as a matter of record, I resigned from the glamorous portals at Old Trafford to the gusty corridors of Brunton Park, and I bought Carlisle United, who were then 92nd in the Football League, finished bottom of the whole tree. The reason they didn't get relegated because I think Aldershot had gone into liquidation. So I stood by my principles.